I started as a part-time mobile phone sales assistant, basically doing admin and connecting a few phones.
I worked in a little deli, in a little corner shop, straight out of school.
Worked in a bookmaker's when I was supposed to be at school. It's your own business, so you're speaking, you know, you're talking to customers and that. So, yeah, it's I'd say that side of it. Where before, when you're running the big teams, you haven't realistically got the time to be on the shop floor all the time, which where we all started off, and it's, you know, what we all love doing. You still get the same buzz now selling the phone as what I did 16 years ago.
I think there's probably people out there at the moment that feel the same. You know, probably been working for Carphone or Phones for You for a lot of years. You know, getting paid a small percentage on a massive amount of profit they're making for the company, and actually all of a sudden they can look at that commission statement and think, that's my profit, that's profit for me, that's profit to put into my next business or whatever. That's the real. That ticks the final box, I think.
When the chance of Malton shop actually came up, I was in there for, you know, day it opened, and I just thought it was too good an opportunity to pass up. I think it's something I'd have regretted if I hadn't done it and I'd seen somebody else go in there and make such a great success of it.
Customers get courtesy calls to making sure they have a good experience. We give loan phones if the phone goes down for any reason, so we concentrate very hard on that, which is incredibly important in these secondary towns, because people want to deal with the same person and they want to get the same good service year in, year out. That's critical. The range of accessories is pretty red hot as well. So.
Yeah, else when you've got 10,000, you know, well over 10,000 accessories
at
the touch of a button.
Yeah, virtual warehouses are great.
I don't think I've ever missed a selling accessory for that. So.
Yeah. Usually in the smaller communities, sometimes, you know, you are the only shop there. People are prepared to sit down and talk to you. In big cities, you have got a lot of competition, but I think the small community is great because it is a community store. You know, and people, you know, once they have been to you, they come back to you and they recommend you.
Referrals is a big one, isn't it? Especially in a small community, because everyone knows everyone. So if you give that level of service and they go away happy, you know, then they'll shout about it, you know, and the door starts swinging. So I think community's much better than working in city.
Yeah. Perpetual motion, they recommend. Actually becomes quite difficult to stop then at that point. People want to deal with you. And all of a sudden, although we're very, very competitive anyway, price becomes less of an issue. They want to deal with someone that they can trust, which on a 24-month contract, they need to know they're getting the right advice.
Trust factor is essential, isn't it?
Whereas in the big cities where there's lots of footfall, it's very much hit and run. They come in, they know what they want, and they're going to try every single shop. And it's hard to get that customer service across because people haven't got the time to understand what it means. Good GP and good figures, and you've got a proven track record, which I think all three of us have. Why should it all of a sudden fail when you go to do it for yourself? The fact of the matter is it will actually accelerate your success, because all of a sudden that GP that you're seeing on the system and the pennies that are going in the till, it's your business.
Yeah, definitely.
So it makes a difference. I spent a bit of time with Ian looking at that, crunching the financials and everything else, and we just worked out a bit of a plan. Stick to that for the next few months and you'll reap the rewards. Simple as. Once you're through that first 12 months and those ongoings are kicking in, and all you've got to do is look after your database, which is what we've always done, the money will just keep coming in. And that's so refreshing from last time I did this, where you'd got to make that initial hit off the customer. You'd got to drag that profit out of each customer because you only got that one bite of the apple. Whereas now, providing we look after that customer, the spend will keep coming in, keep looking after him. So it's a lot better industry from that point of view as well, I think. You've got to make sure your mathematics are right, looking at the cost of the shop, looking at what profit you realistically need to do to pay your costs and walk away with a profit. Concentrate on how it's going to affect your life. Is it a positive move? Get the advice of the shebang team, and just, you know, make sure you're getting the correct advice. And as I say, 99.9% of my advice came from the shebang team anyway, and it's turned out to be the right advice. So, yeah.
If they want to speak to anyone, I'm available to speak to anyone and let them know how my franchise is going, definitely.
It's the good thing, isn't it? Everybody who has a franchise, you know what I mean, the other end of a phone. You know, and all the advice in the world's there, you know, Ian Humphrey's there, you know, or the full backing, you know, all the team is there. You've got to keep it tight, but work hard. Work hard and keep things tight. Don't try, you know, expanding, don't try spending money, you know, work hard at it, then you can only make a success of it. I've got a good bank manager who's obviously going to help during the initial period. I think the little extra is what's going to help. I think, you know, even basics, which, you know, I'm not going to try and teach them how to suck eggs or anything, you know, the basics of gaining additional income from every single person that's coming through your door. Every phone that goes out, adding accessories on, all cash flow through the till, you know, every little thing to help. You know, 'cause it's something what people miss out so much is sell them phone, that's it, they walk out the door. Where we've got a great opportunity, we've got 10,000 accessories. Why shouldn't the customer be walking out with at least 3 or 4 accessories when they've bought the phone as well? And all that is all extra cash flow on that.
Make sure we put something in a carrier bag every time, because that cash is going to be so important when it comes to paying wages, so on and so forth. So I think you're dead right. You do focus more on getting pennies in the till. We all like to think we're great salespeople, we don't miss a sale. But when it's your money going in the till, you work a lot harder for every in-car charger, every mains charger, every phone grip, definitely.
It's great. Everything's done for you. You know, completing a sale, you know, in space of, you know, on Speed Portal, from time you press, you know, new connection to finishing sale can be done in 2 or 3 minutes, and it's done once. That's all I have to do. Yet we've worked in other stores, you know, like I said, obviously our retail franchise, and you've got to do a sale 3 different times. You know, you've got to do like enable, Equifax, then put it on a system. Where this, everything's there for you. The marketeer side, you know, all your details are all there for your customer. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. It just makes life so easy for you using it. It's absolutely brilliant.
It's a lot faster. Virtual's a lot faster. The software just works so much better because it's web-based. And when you're customer-facing, that's critical.
We know all department heads, and they've had longevity in the company as well. They're not people that have come and gone, you know, they're here to stay, they know what they're doing, they're very professional, everything's run smoothly. So from that point of view, the support side is excellent, as well as the Speed Portal web base, you know, and knowing that you're going to get your commissions reconciled for you.
That's a biggie.
Is a big one as well, you know, so there's lots of support.
There's been a team of people allocated to look after Purple Partnership. And that's something I was quite intrigued to find out about when I first got into it, to make sure, have we got a team? Yes, this person's doing your commissions, Kate Bailey's doing the reordering, Liz is doing the stock situation, so we know who we're dealing with, and they're ours, it's our team. They aren't doing 20,000 other jobs for other various areas of the company like Asda, and that is a big plus.
Yeah. My husband has given notice and he's starting a new job over here, so it's a big thing for him as well, 17 years at Seva. You know, so he's really excited and he believes in me, and it wasn't a problem, didn't have to sell the dream or anything, no.
This should enable her to be able to spend the time at home with the kids as well, which is one of the main, you know, a great reason why we're doing it. So, you know, it's 100% backing, she's got 100% faith. And also the people what, you know, are behind us, what we've got the backing from, we've got 100% faith in us.
Worked away for 2 years with the various projects I've done with Shebang and Go Mobile, and to actually be back in Ripley, near my family and my children again, is absolutely, that's what's ticked the final box for me as well. It just feels right. In
3, probably 5 years, I'd like to think that I'm in a position where I haven't got a mortgage. That's what I'll be working towards personally.
Having your own little empire, you know, having something you can call yours that you started from scratch and you built, you recruited, you trained for. So that's my idea of the future.
Originally I was looking at 2 or 3 years to be opening another store, but the way the figures are going at the moment, then I'd say the cash is going to be in the bank within the first year, after the first year. And it's going to be good in 2 or 3 years' time, coming to work, knowing that everything's already paid for, the way the ongoings work, before you even step through the shop door. And it's what a great feeling. It's
an absolute no-brainer. You've been doing this for years successfully, do it for yourself. Make some money, get some pride, walk around knowing that you've achieved it for yourself. And now it's the time to do it.